If you ask enough self-made millionaires the same question, something strange happens. Ask them, what was the hardest part of becoming wealthy? Most people expect the answer to be the first million. Instead, an oddly specific number keeps appearing. $100,000. Not 50,000. Not $500,000. Not even $1 million. 100,000. It's a number that shows up in interviews, books, podcasts, conversations between investors, almost as if crossing that line changes the rules of the game. But why? $100,000 isn't enough to retire. It won't buy a mansion. It probably won't even change your lifestyle overnight. So why do people who've built fortunes keep talking about it as if it's the moment everything changes? The answer has almost nothing to do with the money. It has everything to do with momentum. Because building wealth isn't like climbing a staircase. It's like pushing an enormous flywheel. At first, it barely moves. Every push feels pointless. Every month feels insignificant. Every sacrifice feels bigger than the reward. Then, almost without warning, the wheel begins turning by itself. The effort stays the same, but the results become dramatically different. This is the story of why the first $100,000 may be the hardest money you'll ever earn, why so many people quit just before everything changes, and why understanding this one milestone could completely change the way you think about money. Maya was 24 years old, 3 months into her first full-time job. She wasn't thinking about becoming wealthy. She was thinking about $200. It was a Thursday evening. She dropped her keys onto the kitchen counter, made herself a cup of tea, opened her banking app. Her paycheck had arrived that morning. Rent was paid. Bills were covered. For the first time since graduating, there was money left over. Not much. Just enough to make one decision. Spend it. Or invest it. $200. That was all. It didn't feel like the beginning of wealth. It felt like saying no. No to dinners out. No to upgrading her phone. No to little rewards that made long work weeks feel worthwhile. On her screen, one button. Start automatic investment. Her finger hovered over it. A question crossed her mind. Can $200 really change my life? It sounded ridiculous. $200 disappeared from her account all the time. Groceries, subscriptions, weekend plans. How could the same amount become financial freedom? She almost closed the app. Instead, she pressed the button. 5 seconds. One decision. $200 invested. It didn't feel important. No fireworks. No dramatic music. No instant transformation. She simply put her phone down, finished her tea, and went to bed. She couldn't possibly know it then. But years later, she wouldn't remember what she'd had for dinner that night. She wouldn't remember what she'd watched on television. She wouldn't remember what she wore to work the next morning. She would remember those 5 seconds, because that wasn't the night she invested $200. It was the night she quietly changed the direction of her future. The next morning, nothing had changed. Maya woke up, went to work, answered emails, sat through meetings, came home. Life looked exactly the same. 1 month later, her investment account had grown by just a few dollars. She smiled anyway. Not because the money mattered, because it felt like proof that something was happening. 6 months later, her balance had crossed $1,000. Better. Still nothing that changed her life. 1 year later, after faithfully investing every month, her account was still worth less than many people spent on a vacation. Around that same time, a friend posted photos from Greece. Another bought a brand new SUV. Another announced they had just moved into their dream apartment. For a moment, Maya wondered if she was sacrificing today for a future that might never arrive. She opened her calculator. Could she stop investing for a while? Probably. Would anyone notice? Probably not. She closed the calculator. Again. This is the chapter almost every financial success story skips. The quiet years. No dramatic breakthroughs. No overnight riches. Just ordinary decisions, repeated over and over again. Because that's what building wealth actually looks like. Not excitement. Repetition. And repetition is difficult. Not because it's painful. Because it's boring. Most people don't fail because investing is complicated. They fail because the process is too ordinary to feel rewarding. There's a reason the beginning feels so frustrating. It isn't because you're failing. It's because success is still invisible. Imagine planting an oak tree. For months, you water it, protect it, take care of it. Yet when you look outside, it hardly seems any bigger. Would you assume it isn't growing? Of course not. Most of its growth is happening where you can't see it. Below the surface, its roots are spreading, getting stronger, preparing to support something much larger. Money works the same way. During the first few years, your portfolio isn't impressive, but something else is growing. Your habits, your patience, your ability to think long-term instead of chasing short-term rewards. Without realizing it, Maya wasn't just building an investment account. She was becoming the kind of person who could build wealth. And that transformation would become far more valuable than the numbers on her screen. Because fortunes aren't built the day you become rich. They're built the day your habits become stronger than your excuses. 4 years passed, 48 monthly investments, hundreds of small sacrifices. One evening, Maya opened her investment account, $34,000. She stared at the screen. 4 years, $34,000. That was it? She reached for her phone, opened the calculator, and asked herself a question almost every investor asks eventually. If it's taken this long to get here, how long until 100,000? The answer wasn't encouraging. Years. More years than she wanted to hear. She closed the app, sat quietly for a moment, then wondered something she'd never admitted out loud. Maybe this just isn't worth it. That thought is far more dangerous than a market crash. Because it's invisible. Nobody around you knows you're thinking it. But thousands of people reach this exact moment every year. Not because the strategy stopped working. Because emotionally, it feels like it never started. And that's the trap. The greatest obstacle to building wealth isn't usually a lack of money. It's quitting during the years when progress is still too small to impress you. Maya didn't know it, but she was standing only a few steps away from the moment everything would begin to change. The next month, Maya invested again. Then the month after that. And the month after that. Nothing dramatic happened. She didn't suddenly become motivated. She didn't discover a secret strategy. She simply refused to stop. Then one afternoon, something caught her attention. She opened her investment account during her lunch break. The market had been doing well. Her portfolio had grown more that month than it had during her entire first year of investing. She looked at the number twice, then a third time. It didn't seem possible. For years, every dollar in her account had come from one place, her paycheck. Every increase depended on her waking up, going to work, and choosing to invest instead of spend. But now, something had changed. For the first time, her money had started contributing in a meaningful way. Imagine trying to push a broken-down car. At first, you're doing all the work. Every step is exhausting. Then another person begins pushing with you. The car hasn't become lighter. You're simply no longer pushing it alone. That's what compounding really feels like. One day, your investments quietly become another worker. Not replacing you, working beside you. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even while you sleep. This is the moment successful investors remember. Not because they suddenly felt rich, because they finally felt momentum. The flywheel wasn't fighting them anymore. It was beginning to help. There's a reason experienced investors smile when beginners complain that investing is slow. They remember exactly how it felt. They've stood where Maya stood. They've questioned whether it was worth continuing. What they also know is that the journey changes. Getting from zero to $100,000 usually takes the longest, because almost every dollar comes from you. But once you cross that line, the mathematics begin to change. Imagine 2 workers building the same house. For years, only one person is laying bricks. Then one day, a second worker arrives. Progress speeds up. Not because the first worker became stronger, because they're no longer working alone. That's exactly what happens with compounding. Your monthly investments keep laying bricks. But now, your existing wealth starts laying bricks too. Eventually, Those bricks begin piling up faster than anything you could build with your paycheck alone. That's why many investors say the second $100,000 comes much faster than the first. Not because the market suddenly rewards you, because momentum finally does. And momentum is one of the most powerful forces in finance. It starts quietly, almost invisibly. Then one day, it becomes impossible to ignore. Years later, Maya barely remembered the exact day her portfolio crossed $100,000. There was no celebration, no champagne, no dramatic music, just another ordinary Tuesday, another automatic investment, another busy workday. Life carried on, but something inside her had changed. She no longer looked at investing as a sacrifice. She looked at it as freedom. Not freedom she already had, freedom she was building. Slowly, patiently, one ordinary month at a time. Sometimes she thought back to that Thursday evening years earlier, the cup of tea, the banking app, the $200. Back then, she believed she was making a financial decision. She wasn't. She was making an identity decision. Every monthly investment quietly answered the same question. What kind of person am I becoming? The money mattered, but not as much as the habit. Because habits outlive motivation. They survive bad days, bad markets, bad moods, motivation fades, systems remain. And that's the hidden fortune almost nobody talks about. The first $100,000 isn't important because it's a big number. It's important because of the person you have to become to reach it. Someone who thinks long-term, someone who delays gratification, someone who keeps showing up, long after the excitement disappears. Those qualities don't stop working once your portfolio reaches 6 figures. They continue paying dividends for the rest of your life. So if you're waiting until you earn more, until the economy improves, until you feel more confident, remember Maya, she didn't begin because the timing was perfect. She began because she made one small decision, then repeated it long enough for the mathematics to catch up. And that's why so many self-made millionaires remember their first $100,000. Not because that's when they became wealthy, but because that's when they realized they no longer had to build wealth alone. The flywheel was turning. The machine was working. Momentum had arrived. The first $100,000 was never the destination. It was the moment the journey became easier than quitting.